Hey, what is up everybody, and welcome back to another video. Alright, you've already seen the title, you've already seen the thumbnail, you know exactly what we're talking about today, and again, as per usual with the drama-y stuff that I do on here, I'm like a week late or something, like 5 days late. Everybody who is everybody has already posted about this, but in typical me fashion, I just didn't have time, so this was literally the quickest I could do it. And I know about Dr. Disrespect. I don't watch him. I've never watched his live streams when he used to stream on Twitch. I never watched him when he went over to YouTube. I've seen the odd short of his in, you know, just a couple little bits, but that was about it. So I wasn't even sure that I wanted to do a video on this, but, you know, it's going around everywhere, and I might as well. For if you haven't seen it and you've been living under a rock, basically the short of it is that Dr. Disrespect was basically found out to be texting a minor. There's not necessarily sexting involved. Apparently there was no pictures or anything that were leaked or any that was sent or anything like that, but yeah, we're gonna go over that whole situation, so buckle your seatbelts because it's a fat one. Alright, so basically to start off with, if you don't know who Dr. Disrespect is, like I said, he is a massive YouTuber slash streamer. He was the biggest at the time on Twitch before he then got banned for until literally like 2 weeks ago maybe. Nobody knew what it was for. There were speculations and people wondering why, but there was never any definitive concrete answers as to why he got banned, and he also said that he didn't know. But continuing from there, so basically up until 2020 he used to stream on Twitch exclusively, and seemingly mid-stream it seems like he got the message that he wasn't going to be streaming there anymore and that Twitch was going to ban him. There is a clip of him sort of saying that he was going to stop streaming and then decided that he was going to continue the stream that he was doing at the time, which everybody thought seemed a little bit funny, but in hindsight, it does seem like that was probably the point where he got that message saying that he's been always going to be permanently banned on Twitch, and he knew that this was probably going to be his last stream ever on there. Therefore, he just kind of wanted to continue it.
It has to happen. Watch me take over. I love it, man. See the self-confidence in the chat? That's what I'm talking about. The self-confidence of the Champions Club, it's at an all-time high, and don't ever stop. Please, don't ever stop. You gotta be strong in this world, man. I was watching, I should just put it on just chatting. I mean, like, I kind of wanted to get off, but now I don't want to get off.
No,
David Icke.
I'll be no bad. No.
I ordered his book too.
Bad. Yeah, I want to be it. No bad. Oh, the
Ah.
backyard. The backyard.
Oh, okay.
Okay, who's it?
I appreciate everyone watching
Who's
today.
it in the backyard? Who is going to be
The
looking?
backyard's tough.
we'll
We
get
don't really, you know, like I said, we don't really know some of the.
Yeah,
We'll
I
get
don't
through
know
this
if
Champions
it's
Club.
not
It's,
very
yeah, I know it's a tough. That's
Because I don't know this one well.
life's weird right
Wait,
now.
wait, yeah, look. Oh,
Well-
it did.
We'll get through this, okay? And
Hey, Christopher.
Dun dun dun! You better not taunt me. How dare you?
fuck.
You get to try.
He, after getting banned, he made a tweet that said, "Champions Club. Twitch has not notified me on the specific reason behind their decision. Firm handshakes to all the support during this difficult time. Dr. Disrespect." So, he apparently didn't know what the reason was. Now, there could be plenty of reasons as to why he didn't say it. Well, I mean, there's an obvious reason why he didn't want to say it, but, you know, there might have been like an NDA that was signed. You know, apparently Twitch paid out the contract that he was on, and that whole thing got sorted as to when he moved over to YouTube to stream on there. So it's kind of like up in the air as to like what happened. And again, there was apparently like speculation and things as to what people thought it might be. And then you jump 2 years later and he tweeted this out. I have resolved my legal dispute with Twitch. No party admits to any wrongdoing. Dr. Disrespect. And he obviously signed it. So 2 years later, this whole situation was still going on, and he obviously has said in there that there is no wrongdoings that have been made. They just sort of made, seemingly, I think what he was trying to go for is he kind of made like a mutual decision as to the reason as to why. And there are clips of him, you know, when people are asking, being like, oh, look me in the eyes. We still don't fucking know as to why I was banned. So, like, I don't know if at the time he thought, you know, because he must have known what it was for. There's no way he didn't. Obviously, Twitch must have informed him. And again, either signed an NDA to say that he's not allowed to, you know, speak about the whole legal dispute, or if it was a simple case of, you know, he didn't want to, because if that information got out, it's pretty bad. Like, there's no way to sugarcoat it. Either which way, like, there's no way to sugarcoat. Yeah, so I was texting a minor through Twitch Whispers, which is essentially just like Facebook Messenger for Twitch. I don't even know if it's still a thing. But yeah, no, there's no way to really put that out there and not sound like a disgusting degenerate. So there's obvious reasons for him as to why he didn't want to disclose the reason, and I'm convinced that he definitely must have knew as to why he got banned, and just obviously he didn't want to say it. So after all that was the last one in 2022. So jump to, like I say, a couple of weeks ago, an ex-Twitch employee put this out. He got banned because got caught sexting a minor in the then existing Twitch Whispers product. He was trying to meet up with her at TwitchCon. The powers that be could read in plain text. Case closed, gang. And that was pretty much it. So this is apparently a ex-Twitch employee, Cody Connors. Obviously, I assume at the time he also couldn't say anything because, you know, he's not allowed. He works at Twitch, and if Twitch have said, obviously, you're not allowed to mention this, and, you know, everything's been done, then that's sort of what it is. But since he doesn't work there anymore, he decided to release the reasoning as to why Dr. Disrespect, you know, got banned in the first place. This went absolutely viral, blew up everywhere, everybody saw it, which then led the doc to make a statement. And it's a pretty goddamn chunky one, I'm not gonna lie to you. It's quite a few paragraphs, but we're gonna go through the whole thing, and then we'll either cut in between it and talk about each little bit, or I'll just fly through the whole thing and then we'll talk about it at the end. The Twitch ban. Hello, I'd like to make a quick statement. Let's cut the fucking bullshit. As you know, there's no filter with me. I've always been upfront and real with you guys on anything that I can be upfront about, and I'm willing to accept responsibility, which is why I'm here now. First and foremost, I do want to apologize to everybody in my community, as well as those close to me, my team, and everybody at Midnight Society Game Studio. If you don't know, Midnight Society Game Studio is a gaming studio that he co-owns with another company, who ended up letting him go. Now again, I can't remember if it's in this one or if it's in a different one, but Midnight Society Game Studio said that they were like letting him go, but then he said that they made the mutual decision to like part ways, and I'm pretty sure it's in this, so we'll see it. But yeah, it seems to be like two different stories. That again, I don't know if he's trying to soften the blow by being like, yes, like we've made that mutual decision, and you know, I'm stepping down, rather than being like, yeah, they've made that collective decision to let me go. So continuing, a lot of people have been left in the dark about what happened yesterday with Midnight Society and we made the painful decision collectively to have me step down. Okay, that's what I'm talking about. Our team is full of incredibly talented and good people that have high career ambitions and families, and I'd never want to jeopardize the culture that we have carefully crafted. So yeah, that's what I was talking about. He said that, but then Midnight Society, they said that they basically give him the boot. They kicked him out. So maybe it's just bad wording. It could be, I guess, but I very much doubt it. I'm fairly certain everybody knows that. It's probably just been a case of they've obviously seen what's happened. They don't want to have that attached to them. So, see, they've got to sort of get rid of it. Get rid of whatever's gonna, you know, bring them down, which in their case would be Dr. Disrespect, because nobody wants to be associated with somebody who's talking to a minor. It's fucked up. Anyways, continuing. Everybody has been wanting to know why I was banned from Twitch, but for reasons outside of my control, I was not allowed to say anything for the last several years. Now that 2 former Twitch employees have publicly disclosed the accusations, I can now tell my side of the story regarding the ban. Were there Twitch whisper messages with an individual minor back in 2017? The answer is yes. Were there real intentions behind these messages? The answer is absolutely not. These were casual, mutual conversations that sometimes lean too much in the direction of being inappropriate, but nothing more. Nothing illegal happened, no pictures were shared, no crimes were committed, I never even met the individual. I went through a lengthy, arbitrary regarding a civil dispute with Twitch, and that case was resolved by a settlement. Let me be clear, it was not a criminal case against me, and no criminal charges have ever been brought against me. This, I've seen quite a few videos about this whole situation and people's different takes on it, and everybody seems to come up with the same thing, which is what I was thinking when I first watched it, because I first heard about this through Charlie's video, through Penguin Z0, and it's classic To Catch a Predator. Like, I don't know what it is. I love anything to do with like predators being caught. It just makes my day. It truly does. I'm currently watching the Colorado Pet Patrol. A bunch of his videos I've been watching. Obviously, To Catch a Predator is an absolute classic. DAP, but I don't think they make videos anymore. But yeah, Dads Against Predators used to be my favorite. But then they started taking all of their videos down because of YouTube. And there's a few other ones as well that I used to watch back in the past. Oma and Skeet, the Skeeter Predator. All of those, I absolutely love them. And you could basically make a bingo card with different statements that you know that these people are going to try and make, and that's just such a classic one there of, yes, I was texting this person, and yes, it did lean too much into inappropriate texting, but I wasn't going to do anything about it. Like, I didn't mean anything about it, you know. So although I said all of these things, it doesn't mean I was gonna do them. You know, it's that classic thing. Everybody says it, man. Everybody does. And nobody's ever gonna believe what you say. Nobody's ever gonna believe that, oh yes, I was sexting this person, but, you know, I didn't meet up with them and I didn't share any pictures. Therefore, it is completely fine. No, it isn't. That's just not how that works. It really is not. But it's, like I say, it's such a classic predatorial thing to say. And also, when he says that they never met up, apparently there were in the chats, because at some point they're probably going to get leaked. Let's face it. I'm waiting for that day. I'll make another video on it. But you know full well, at some point, the chat log will get leaked, and people will be able to see exactly what the conversation between the two is. So the chances are, and from what I've heard, apparently they did actually make plans to meet up at TwitchCon, but it obviously never went through, and we obviously haven't seen the chat, so we don't know. Like, for all we know, that could have been the minor, whoever it was. It could have been them that decided to say no, and you know, this is getting too much, and I don't like it, and it's getting too inappropriate. That doesn't necessarily mean the doc was the one that turned around and said all these things, and you know, cut it off. It could have just been, you know, either they got caught and it was kind of like he had to put the kibosh on it, or it was as simple as they turned around and said, no, like, it's getting too much now, let's stop. We don't know. We don't have the chats yet. And also, the doc had edited this post as well, which is another thing that people always bring up. He edited out the word minor. So originally, and what it says now is, were there messages with an individual minor? The answer is yes. He then edited the minor part out, so it just said, were there messages with an individual? Yes, there was. And then, but apparently you can check the edited logs, and people realized, obviously, there's been an edit here where minor has been taken out. Then there was a bunch of backlash of people being like, oh dude, you've like clearly trying to soften the blow, you're still trying to hide it, and you're not being transparent anymore because you are trying to hide the fact that it was a minor. You've now taken that out. To which he then edited again to put the word minor back in. So, you know, it's kind of a fucked situation. And saying that you're transparent and, you know, you are straightforward with people and you cut the bullshit out, then the only thing you're cutting out is words that will hurt your reputation even more than it already has been. You know, it's so fucking stupid, man. But anyways, let's continue. Now, from a moral standpoint, I'll absolutely take responsibility. I should never have entertained these conversations to begin with. That's on me. That's on me as an adult, a husband, and a father. It should never have happened. I get it. I'm not perfect, and I'll fucking own my shit. This was stupid. So, it seems like he's trying to own it. I mean, at least, apart from, you know, the whole minor thing, at least he is saying that he'll own his shit in whatever repercussions come from this getting out is, you know, it's up in the air at the moment. And we have no idea if his wife knew about, like, all of this. I don't know, maybe they've already had a conversation. I can't imagine they would, because, like, how do you even come about that conversation? Like, oh yeah, like, so honey, why did you get banned? Like, why did that happen? And then, you know, like, how do you continue that conversation to be like, yeah, basically I was cheating on you by sexting somebody, and that person was at least, like, under the age of 18 if it was a minor. And of course there are, like, different ages in different places of, you know, legality, so, like, it's still not right at all, not by any shot. But, you know, that whole thing's up in the air. I have no idea where he's from. I know he lives in America, but I don't know which state. I'm not from America. I don't really know the laws in America all that well, because why would I? I would never really need to. But yeah, that's up in the air with me. But anyways, continuing quickly. Now, with all this said, don't get it fucking mistaken. I've seen all the remarks and the labels being thrown around so loosely. Social media is a destruction zone. I'm no fucking predator or pedophile. Are you kidding me? Anybody that truly knows me knows where I stand on those things with those types of people. Fuck that. That's a different level of disgust that I fucking hate even hearing about. Don't be labeling me as the worst of the worst with your exaggerations. Get the fuck out of there with that shit. But I think I've said what I needed to say regarding the ban itself. That's it. That's why Twitch made the decision in 2020. To my team, community, industry friends that have supported me, I apologize. I wish I could have said all this sooner. You guys have always showed me and my family love and support throughout all of the years. We love you guys that you can't imagine. I have the fucking best community and circle. If any of this has made you feel uncomfortable, I get it. You don't have to support me anymore, but just know that you've always been greatly appreciated. But trust me when I say this, to all of my haters that live and breathe social media with zero real life experiences, I don't give a fuck about you. Finally, if you're uncomfortable with this entire statement and think I'm a piece of shit, that's fine. But I'm not fucking going anywhere. I'm not the same guy that made the mistakes all those years ago. I'm taking an extended vacation with my family as mentioned on stream, and I'm coming back with a heavy weight off of my shoulders. They want me to disappear? Yeah, fucking right. So, yeah. He's basically, you know, saying, if you don't want to support me, don't support me. But to people that are just throwing out remarks as calling him a pedophile and calling him a predator, yeah, he's not going to take any of that shit. But at the same time, we don't know what the chat logs say. We don't know anything about anything at the minute apart from what's being released, which is, you know, the accusation, which was just that at the time, an accusation, and, you know, with no real gravitas or any weight behind it, because it was just an ex-Twitch employee saying something. It wasn't until the doc literally made a statement confirming everything and being like, yeah, this is what's happened, and as he put it, he's getting a weight off his shoulders. A 4-year wait, because you got to think, this would have came out at some point. He must have known that, but continued anyways on YouTube to, you know, I don't know, build as much of a community as he can before all this got out, and then maybe he could salvage something or make as much money as he can and try to, you know, live after all of this has happened, because chances are when he comes back, he's not going to have as big as a community, because he has been losing subs like crazy from what I know. But, you know, that's expected to happen. But people have done dumb shit on the internet for years and still managed to come back from it. And you know, if you've got a huge audience and a huge following, sometimes shit like this just gets thrown under the rug. People will either watch you just to hate on you, which is still giving you the views and everything, or you'll just get people who are just like, you know what it is? Like, he's owned what he's done, and, you know, he's trying to move forward, so I'm going to try and move forward, and this will all just be forgotten within, I don't know, like a couple of years or something, or a couple of months maybe. It's the internet. Nothing ever lasts forever, so... Which is funny, because, you know, some people say never never post pictures on the internet. That shit is forever, but when it comes to drama, it couldn't be more opposite. People forget about stuff constantly. I mean... Like, people make videos about him all the time as well, but look at Logan Paul. Look at all of the shit that he's done. I know it seems like he's trying to, like, you move past it, and obviously he's got Prime, he's with the WWE and everything, and he's still loaded, he's still making shit tons of money, but all of the stuff that he's done in the past, the Japanese state forest, the what's it called, the Zoo coin or some shit like that, where, you know, that was quite recent as well. And there's been a bunch of other stuff I'm not going to get into because that's not the point of this video. But, you know, he's still doing completely fine. And even the people that watch him, some of them are just watching him to hate on him. But, you know, joke's on them because he's still raking in all that money from it. And again, he's with the WWE, so he's definitely raking in money now. So, but yeah, I just want to talk about this whole situation because I think it's a little bit fucked. A lot of people, like I said, have already spoken about it. So the chances are you've already seen videos on this. But, yeah, I like doing these sort of drama-esque videos, ones that take a little bit more effort and research than just staring at the screen and doing the reactions, which I know you guys probably prefer more, and those videos always do better, but, you know, I like to keep it varied on this channel as much as I can. And with stuff like this, you can't not make a video on it. But yeah, that's pretty much all I need to say on the matter. So until either another statement is made, some more evidence comes out, or the chat logs get released, that's pretty much all I can say on the matter. But yeah, awesome. Well, if you guys enjoyed this video, please do leave a like, comment, and subscribe. It does help massively, and I do massively appreciate it. And I'll see you all in the next video. Goodbye.